Alright guys, we're in the studio here. Nice bright day. It did rain quite a bit last night, so we'll see if it gets humid, but right now it's pretty decent. I got the ceiling fan going in the studio. Feels pretty good in here. So I'm just gonna spend Memorial Day here working on some projects. As usual, my desks are pretty messy. But I thought I'd show you this neat little item here I got. When my mother was in town visiting for my birthday, we went to a place that we call the Heck-A-Mech store. It's kind of like in a way, it's kind of like Salvation Army type store. Most of you would know what that is. But I was eyeing this, thinking, oh yeah, these little containers would be nice to throw stuff in. But price wasn't really what I was willing to spend for it. So one day she escaped out of the place while I was sleeping, and then she had bought this. So neat little storage container. It's for kids. It's a kids type device, but I mean, if I want, I can take a bin, move it somewhere to where I need it, and then put it back. So the modular is really nice. It actually had one spare skinny one, and then over here where the closet of shame, where the cathedral is at now, has two yellow bins also as extra. So that was pretty cool. I really do like having it around. Gonna try out this here on some of my train pieces. This is a PVA glue. 1 part PVA glue to 2 parts water, as explained in as explained in a book that I had read for a train. So I'm gonna spray this on the board of the train and then throw some coffee grounds on it to texturize it and see how that works. So basically that's it for right now. I'll add some more later. So we're at the window here just waiting for some stuff to dry, and so here's like the train pieces that I try to do the is that coming in pretty dark? We'll move it over. We'll move it over. Well, make sure I don't trip on anything. Alright, so yeah, so here's like the coffee ground stuff. I tried. Now the bottle that I used, this thing here is more of a streamlined spray than a mist, so it didn't really work very well for this application. So I ended up brushing on, the glue, and then I put the coffee grounds on top, and then as soon after I did that, just shook the stuff off onto the paper first, and then poured it back into the container here. And this is just a bottom off cut section of the soda can that I used for part of the cathedral. Anyways, so now I'm just kind of waiting for the PVA glue to dry. It's taking a while, but that's alright. I got other things to work on, and I have been working on, such as I'm putting my buildings back together, because I had torn them apart for the Planet Strike mission for the use as the main objective buildings, intact buildings. So now I'm just kind of going through, and I've glued them back on to the base, and now I've added some texture to them, and that's pretty much it. This one here has got a bomb that went right through it, didn't explode. So that's one of them that I've put together. Let's see here, the other one I got is up here in the window, kind of drying, and that one move away from the light here. So basically the top part caved in, so it's I even got a little hole here So this is kind of just PVA glue for pieces. The main sections on both the two that I put together, I used a hot glue gun. Thanks to Run Zero and Terranscapes for the suggestion of using a hot glue gun, because it was a lot easier. So I'm just waiting for the PVA glue for the top parts to dry. And this piece here I just poured in CD terrain and just got some glue on there, and then threw the coffee grounds on it, and then I quickly poured another layer of glue on top of that. So waiting for that to dry. And that's really about it. I don't know if I'm going to work too much more on buildings. I got some tank traps I'm going to put together yet. So just a little additional update here for coffee, just so I can just share with you guys. Alright, more to come. Alright, so what you see here is just some crafted tank traps. These little wooden planks are 6 inches long. These tank traps are used in Cities of Death and also in Plan Strike, and can be used for, you know, other terrain. So basically what we got here for the tank traps is, like I said, we got 6-inch long strips of wood. These just have corks, sets of 3, and these here is just a air dry putty with just 2 pieces. And what was originally used for these molds here were ice containers for freezing ice in the freezer. So basically I've only made 6 of them with this air dry clay putty. I guess it is actually more air dry clay, but anyways, it's a polymer clay, and then these are just regular corks, and they came out pretty good. A little crooked on a couple of the cuts, as far as because I had to cut a end piece on some of these, and the saw may have shifted a couple times when I was cutting them, but that's no big deal. Their length is still roughly 6 inches long. And then these are still working. You can see here I got another one started. Basically what it is that I just put down some of the coffee ground, and then I put glue on it, and then as the glue shrinks, it pulls the coffee grounds apart from each other, forming these gaps in there. So then I will put more coffee ground in there, and then I'll glue it, and then put more coffee ground in there, and then repeat the process. So, and this one's probably had by itself just 3 coats of the glue and water. I don't know if I'm going to bother to really fill these in, because it will give it added detail when I paint it. And this one I did touch up. You can see the lighter brown areas are areas that I had touched up. They haven't gotten a coat. And this one's just got the first layer, and I'm waiting for it to dry before I'll go over it again with another coat. But these are turning out pretty good, and then I'll just put a layer of paint on them. This one's a little wonky, and what I might do is probably just put a little bit of air dry clay here, some layers, and then that should stay well out. Not likely that anything really is going to be placed on this edge here, but you never know. So that's it. I think that will be it for my memorial video for you guys, because I think I have close to 10 minutes worth of stuff, and I got some other things I want to work on as well. Got some models I want to maybe try painting, and then go on from there. So alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you had a good holiday.